for helping out in the video department today. Always appreciated. The video is coming down a little differently these days, but that's okay.
Yeah, if you're confused, go to alancoxshow.com. You can find the playlist there. I upload them as the show goes on. We don't have a live stream right now, but you can still watch them. As soon as the segment ends, I upload them, and it takes 5 to 10 minutes before they're up. So there you go.
Heard from, I'm not familiar with this young man, but I heard from some bureau chiefs in Memphis that rapper Young Dolph has been killed right there on Airways Boulevard in Memphis.
Whoa.
Right in front of Makeda's Cookies.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah, no, I'm a high-profile rapper based out of Memphis. Young Dolph. Like Dolph Lundgren.
How is he?
Like Dolph. Who's the only other Dolph you can think of? How many Dolphs?
Dolph Sweet.
Ziggler.
Dolph Sweet.
Dolph Ziggler, who was just in here, yeah.
Dolph Sweet from Gimme a Break.
Oh, damn it, that's right. Give me a break. I immediately went. I mean, they
With
had the
Nell
same
Carter.
opening title sequence, basically, the same font and everything.
Same
Damn
font. Dolph Sweet from Gimme a Break.
Nell friggin' Carter.
That's right. They're
Remember
both,
when he died?
They're what's that?
That's why that name stuck with me. They had like the memoriam sepia picture of him before, and Nell Carter's like, he truly was a sweet man and all that, and then give me a break. I remember that from being
That's a fantastic Nell Carter, by the way, too. Yeah, he was the chief on Give Me a Break.
Wow, I never would have thought of that again. Maybe I shouldn't have.
But other than Lundgren and Sweet, I don't know how many Dolphs there are. And now Young Dolph is dead.
Man.
And it's got to be a German name. It's got to be short for Adolf, right? Like if you were born around World War II.
Man, that never even occurred to me. I'm having a Mary moment right now.
What's
hey,
that?
what the heck?
Young Dolph.
You just learn things, so I'm learning things.
What did you learn?
Dolph is short for Adolf.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I imagine it is. When I was a kid, most of my maternal grandmother's family was on the German side, and we had a lot of relatives named Adolf. I'm like, Jesus, that name is going to go out of style for a long time. Now it's just like, Nazi sympathizers who are trolling people that name their kid Adolf. But back in the day, a lot of old German dudes named Adolf. But I mean, I don't know a lot of Dolphs. I don't personally know a Dolph.
Bill, do you know Dolph Shays? He was a National Basketball Association Hall of Flame.
Now, the
player.
Hall of Flame, I know.
Yeah,
Dolph Shays. Was he named after the furniture?
Yes. Schayes.
All right.
But he was a Hall of Famer, Bill, and you claim to like basketball.
Of course I know him.
And you don't know who Dolph Shays is?
Yeah.
Grow up.
The Hall of Famer. The Hall of Famer.
Your mom.
Yeah.
As long as there's no follow-up questions, yes, I do know who he
Yes,
is.
I have met him.
Dolph Lundgren, though, has got to be the most famous Dolph.
I'd say.
Yeah, of all the Dolphs.
You type in Dolph into Google, it says, did you mean dolphin? It's like, well, almost.
Did you mean Hitler or a dolphin? Which one of those? They were equally rapey. I watched that Spider-Man trailer. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
I don't get too nerdy over Spider-Man. I'm very ambivalent about Spider-Man because Spider-Man was one of my favorite comic books and characters as a kid. I was Spider-Man multiple times for Halloween as a kid. But the movies, I don't think one of them really blew my skirt up. I don't think the Tobey Maguire era. I never even bothered with the Andrew Garfield. I mean, everybody does a fine job, and I guess the movies are okay, but I don't know. There's a lot of other movie versions of comic books that I love. But the Spider-Man movies, for some reason, maybe it's because the character is CGI'd all the time, that, I don't know.
Was Spider-Man CGI in the first one? That's the only one I ever saw.
I mean, the action shots are all CGI, yeah. But I know there's shots of him walking around with a suit on, but I mean, the bulk of those movies are action shots. So it's a lot of,
There is a lot of CGI. But that's why it took so long before they could even attempt to make a Spider-Man movie, because the way he swings through the city and fights and is so acrobatic, you can't do a lot of that stuff with an actual human. So you have to kind of splice in the CGI. But there's a lot more like they'll put him on the wire and swing him around too. Andrew Garfield, there's making of shots where he's getting swung all over the place.
I forget he was even Spider-Man because he was just that one movie, I think.
Two. He had two
he
movies,
did too?
Yeah. Because he had the one with the lizard and the one with Electro.
Michael Keaton was Vulture or whatever?
No, Electro.
Oh,
Michael Keaton was in the first Tom Hardy one.
Oh God!
Wait, what?
Jake Gyllenhaal was Electro, or Jake Gyllenhaal was
Jake
Mysterio.
Gyllenhaal was Mysterio.
Jamie Foxx is Electro.
Yes.
Okay, that was an Andrew Garfield one.
Yes.
Yeah, then maybe I didn't see either of the Andrew Garfield movies.
Remember the sweet ones from the 70s, Alan?
Yes.
Where they're like from Japan or something, and Spider-Man wielded a gun and rode a motorcycle and like all kinds of crazy stuff. Those are awesome.
So
I want to see those again.
They talk about those on the series The Toys That Made Us.
Okay.
Or something. That are
Movies That Made Us?
Movies That Made Us. It's on one of those shows.
The songs that made us, Spider-Man.
But I think it's the Toys That Made Us because they're talking about Spider-Man in Japan and like the toys over there like were huge. But yeah, they're like, yeah, we'll license Spider-Man over there, and they're like, do whatever you want with them, and they did. They like it was not the same Spider-Man at all. So I wonder if when the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man came out, Japanese people were watching this like, where's his gun? He needs a gun.
I think it's a relatively open secret that this new Spider-Man movie is this the last one with Tom Holland, or this is just going to be the most recent one?
This will be the most recent because I don't see them going away from this. They're going to make so much money.
Well, here's the thing, and
they always say it's the last one so that Sony can renegotiate a contract with Marvel and everybody can make, they'll have to pay out more money to license the character.
I think that it's an open secret that this movie is going to feature various iterations of the people who have played Spider-Man because they're opening it up into the multiverse and blah, blah, blah. So there's going to be Tobey Maguire and there's going to be, if they really wanted to impress me, they would have gotten a guy named Nicholas Hammond. Do you know who Nicholas Hammond is? He was the guy that played Spider-Man in the 70s television series. It's called The Amazing Spider-Man. And Nicholas Hammond was the guy that played Peter Parker and Spider-Man. If they had gotten this guy, even for like old nerds like me, just as a cameo, as an Easter egg almost, that would have been pretty rad.
How do you know they haven't?
Because he has said nobody contacted him.
That's what he's got to say. That's what they've all been saying.
Have they all been saying that?
Yeah,
I see.
Tobey Maguire's like, no, they haven't contacted me about this while he's walking down the street holding a Spider-Man poster.
Outside the Hollywood.
Yeah, he's got the mask under his arm. No,
I'm not in this movie.
Oh, well, then maybe he will show up.
Yeah, you never know. That would be a deep dive. But, I mean, they got the guy from SNL that played Ant-Man to be an Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd?
Not Paul Rudd, but like who's the actor that played him in like that one sketch?
Oh, I don't know.
Like you're the one that pointed it out to me. He was the black guy that would played Ant-Man in some sketch from like the
Garrett Morris?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
He was in Ant-Man?
Yeah. You're the one that told me this.
I tell people a lot of things. I don't remember. All right. Well, maybe Nicholas Hammond will pop up. Because I think he was mostly famous. I know he was as a young man, he was in The Sound of Music, but he was my 70s Spider-Man. He was like disco Spider-Man. It was only on for a couple of seasons.
This is my night tonight.
Back when they were making all those 70s bad TV shows like, Hulk, ironically, got the most attention. That was probably the best show, even it was the character that like most people didn't really care that much about.
Well, it's because
but they tried a Captain America show, and they did like a Thor show.
Because the Lou Ferrigno aspect of it is what people thought was so cool with the Hulk show when he would change.
Yeah.
And then you just get this giant, muscly guy smashing everything, and you're like, this seems to work.
And then you find out that the Hulk's deaf, and you're like, well, no wonder he's mad.
Is that true?
Lou Ferrigno.
Oh, all right. I didn't know if like the Hulk, the actual character that was part. I'm not a comic book guy, but I can tell you each person who's ever played in Candlebox.
Kevin, what's his name?
Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin. There you go. I don't know comic books, but I will tell you each and every iteration of Candlebox.
There have been
and you know what? To some people,
at LA Gun.
that is more important. So I wouldn't worry about that a bit. But so they dropped the trailer for Spider-Man. No Way Home. It's going to be long. They said it's 2 hours and 49 minutes.
They like to make them long these days. It's so long.
That's long. But they got I'll give them a pass. They got a lot of characters and whatever.
A lot of story to tell.
They got to get those close-ups of Zendaya. So we'll see what happens there.
And you got Doctor Strange in it. There's all sorts of fun stuff going on.
Doctors Strange and Octopus. Multiple doctors. So I hope that the American Medical Association has signed off on this film. I don't know that they have. At the end of most films, anytime there's an animal in a film, they've got to say there were no animals. With the full faith and credit of PETA or whatever organization's on site, they have to say there were no animals harmed in the making of this film. And I certainly hope the American Medical Association has done their diligence as per the Hippocratic Oath to make sure that neither Doctors Strange nor Octopus are harmed. I got to say, though, one of those guys is going to get harmed in the making of this movie.
I mean, people get harmed all the time when they're making movies, but they never have to. The PETA never protests about that. Like, don't we always hear about Tom Cruise doing his own stunts, breaking his ankle?
Yeah.
Like,
are we not animals?
Chopped off, whatever.
We are animals, and PETA never comes to our defense.
Nope.
We are human animals.
Real hypocritical, PETA.
Thanks
Real
a lot.
Hypocritical.
Right.
Don't you think you should care about us, PETA?
Who's taking the side of people? I mean, real. And then Mel Gibson said he's going to direct Lethal Weapon 5.
Jeez.
So, brava! If anybody thought that there were long-term consequences for people in Hollywood, not so much.
Lethal Weapon 1, I think Danny Glover was... His character was 44 or 45. And now that's like how close... I'm like close to being that age. I'm like, man,
well,
I am too old for this.
Do you
It gives
remember?
me hope.
Do you remember do you remember the last Lethal Weapon? It was Chris Rock was in
Yeah.
it, and he was like the young buck. Mm-hmm. He's 15 years older now than Danny Glover was in the first Lethal Weapon movie.
And he was always the old guy.
Yeah,
in
he was
movies.
the old guy. I'm too old for this. So Mel Gibson will do Lethal Weapon 5. He will direct. I assume he's going to be Riggs in it. Don't know. But there's still, again, for people who think that Mel Gibson, an early victim of cancel culture, Mel Gibson should give hope, whether you're comfortable with it or not, should give hope to every person who gets canceled along the way.
Yes.
Because Mel Gibson still makes money for people and still opens films. And so the only reason people know this information on Lethal Weapon 5 is because he divulged it in London at an event called An Evening with Mel Gibson. So people are still paying money to sit in a crowd and watch Mel Gibson talk about stuff.
Well, say Pee Wee Herman would have booked a club tour or something immediately after his scandal. You'd have
His
gone,
scandal
right?
is so quaint now.
It is.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
It seems ridiculous that people got so upset with him for just going to a porno theater, pulling it out, doing everybody else is in there doing the same thing, and everybody got mad at him and canceled him in the 90s.
Yeah, all he wanted to do was have a little fun.
But
Got
it
it all
wasn't,
ruined.
he wasn't hurting anybody. He was watching the movie, had himself in his hand, and that's what people were doing back then. That's what porno theaters were.
It got all the action figures taken out of my hands, dude. I worked all summer to buy Pee Wee Herman stuff when I was a kid, almost.
And
then-
it got taken from you?
Yeah, and then they killed off a series of new figures that were coming out.
He's a pervert.
It was rough.
Well, he's going to be doing a once-a-week radio show in L.A., if people want to find that on an app.
Pee Wee Herman is?
Yeah, there's a long time, I think it's technically public radio, it's KCRW, but it's out of Santa Monica or something, I think. And he's going to do a Friday night show, which I think is going to be like an audio version, not just him going,
So as
hey,
Pee-wee?
That's
as Pee-wee
awesome.
with characters and stuff, yeah. It's going to be once a week.
Cool.
If
you
I
know
hear
that-
him even utter the word "get" or "down," I'm coming for you, Petey. Pee-wee.
You don't even know who you're coming for.
Petey Herman. You know
We were
Petey
talking about
Herman.
PETA, and then we were talking about
Yeah.
Pee-wee.
Yeah, Petey
It's all
Herman.
getting scrambled up.
Petey Herman was shortstop for the Mets in 56.
He's real mad at him.
He's
apparently.
really mad at him, sure.
Coming for you, Petey.
That's right. Pee Wee Herman, yeah. Again, I never really got into Pee Wee Herman. I like Paul Rubens in other things, but I never got into the show or whatever. But
He was one of the bad guys in Matilda.
yeah, that's right. In Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it was funny. But did you ever see that the very first time he did Pee Wee Herman was on the dating game? Have you ever seen that video?
No.
It's on
No.
YouTube somewhere in 1979. He was Bachelor number 3.
Cool.
As
That's
Pee-wee
hilarious.
Herman.
As Pee Wee Herman, and the girl picked him. She's like, anybody who talks like that must have a great personality. And these other two, it's 79, so these other two Chuck Norris looking dudes, Barry Gibb looking
Chest
dudes.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's Pee Wee Herman, and he's bouncing and clapping and the whole thing. Yeah, if you can find that video, it's funny.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Like his stage show, the Pee Wee Herman show that he did back in the day, like way before Pee Wee's Playhouse in the movies. That was awesome. It's like filthy. Kinda.
Yeah, I would probably have enjoyed that more, but I never saw that.
Well, didn't he do that on HBO?
Yes.
He filmed that for HBO, and
Yeah.
that's what got him the movie. And then they're like, well, we want this to be for kids. I feel like they never should have taken it down to be for kids. Like they should have just kept it
For
as
weirdo adults.
Yeah, like weirdo
But that was
adults.
his vision. That's what he wanted to do. I
Well,
respect.
I'm telling him how he should have done it.
Well,
Petey Wilson, Petey Herman, whatever.
Pee Wee Torque played in the Monkees.
Yeah. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. Anytime you want to leave us a message there, you can. It's 216-986-8903.
I have a great idea for a game. Pornstar, DJ, or rock star. Come up with a name. Somebody's got to guess which one of those three it is. Gene from Parma. Thank you.
Gene from Parma. Signs out. That one's, I don't know. That's a lot. Porn star, rock star. What you said, stripper or something?
DJ.
DJ, is that what it was? We did play. We haven't played Pornstar or Yankee Candle in a long time. Remember Pornstar or Yankee Candle?
I knew. We can play that.
You want to play Pornstar or Yankee Candle?
Sure.
We can. Okay.
Is it a porn star? Or a Yankee Candle?
I mean, it's pretty simple. The game is, I give you a name, and then you tell me if it's the name of a porn star or if it's a variety of Yankee Candle. Did I make it too confusing?
I mean, you're over-explaining it.
I don't want to confuse anyone. It might come as a shock for people to know there are as many varieties of Yankee Candle as there are porn stars. So we'll just go round robin. Who wants to go first?
I think our
Corey,
guest should go
yeah.
first. Yes.
Corey, you want to go first?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Here you go. Amber Moon. Is that a porn star or a Yankee Candle?
Man. My mind says porn star, but my brain is saying that's going to be a Yankee Candle.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
It's a Yankee
Yes!
Candle.
I like that his mind and his brain are different.
My mind's telling me no.
But my brain,
My
is telling me yes. Mine is telling me no. All right, who goes next?
We'll Mary next, I guess.
Let me
We'll
cross
kinda work back.
off Amber Moon. Okay, Mary, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Blue Iris.
Blue Iris is a porn star.
Blue Iris is a porn star. Yeah, she's dead because she was an elderly porn star, but
jeez.
a porn star nevertheless.
Blue was the color of her hair.
You'd like to think so.
You ever heard of the waffle?
You'd like to think so. Bill, are you ready?
Yes.
Honey Gold.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm going to go candle.
Sorry, Honey Gold is in fact a pornographic actress. All right, next to you, Corey Roddick.
Well, I'm not perverted like these two.
All right.
I just know my candles. What are you talking about?
Jack Frost.
Man, if it's not a porn star, it should be, so that's where I'm going. That's a porn
Is
star.
it a porn star?
Ah, crap.
Damn it.
Hold on. Sorry. I wasn't keeping a track of this here. Okay. Again, sorry. Damn it. Jack Frost is a porn star or a Yankee Candle?
I'm saying porn star. Damn it.
Sorry, it's a Yankee Candle. You see how confusing the game can be, Mary?
So Michael
my.
One of the
Keaton
harder
movie, right?
games.
It can be so confusing because the names so similar. All right.
It is a Michael Keaton movie.
I love Michael
It's
Keaton.
a
Dude.
weird Michael Keaton movie.
He has a carrot that he bangs somebody with.
Oh, it's like when he possesses his
He's like a
spirit goes into
snowman.
the
Yeah.
He becomes a snowman, and
He's like a killer.
But he's
No,
also,
no. There was a horror version. Michael Keaton is the other
he's
one.
the one where he's like the dad.
Yeah,
trying
he's the
to
dad. Yeah,
find
he didn't do
his
the
son.
carrot
Yeah.
thing. That was the
That was the
version.
horror one.
That was the
Okay.
horror Jack
But
Frost.
he was like a jazz musician, so he's a singing snowman basically.
Yeah. All right. Are you next?
I'm ready, yes.
You're next. All right. Porn star or Yankee Candle? Butterfly Shade.
Butterfly Shade.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a porn star.
That is going to be a porn star.
2 for 2, baby.
Congratulations. All right, William, are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
Found one.
Whoopie pie.
Whoopie
Cross
pie.
that one off. Whoopie pie. So, yeah.
We'll go porn star. Really?
Whoopie
Damn.
pie is a Yankee Candle. I thought that one was a gimme, but maybe not.
Why would that be a gimme?
'Cause the porn star named Whoopie Pie. It's funny, but I didn't,
Sometimes they go funny.
I know. That's why the game's so difficult, because the names are so similar.
I am shocked that that's a Yankee Candle.
Whoopie pie.
So am I, but I think they just sold one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The same as, what's her face is Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle? Is
That's
that what
Goop.
it smells like?
Goop. That's a porn star.
All right. Next to Corey?
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready, Corey?
Yeah.
Candy Lane.
Oh my God! I played in a band with a guy named Candy Lane.
With a
and
guy
he wore a skirt. So
named
I'm gonna
Candy
say
Lane.
in honor of that douche, that's a porn star.
Sorry, that is a Yankee Candle. Mary Lynn Santora.
Yes.
Next to you. John Cutesack.
That is a porn star.
Oh, I'm sorry. Strangely enough, that's a Yankee
That is
Candle.
not a Yankee Candle.
Yeah, that's a porn star. That's right.
What would that even smell like?
I don't want to know.
Potatoes?
You don't want to
what
know.
it is, yeah.
Potatoes is where she goes.
Like a potato sack.
You better tell your boyfriend to get to a physician
He
immediately.
doesn't smell
all right?
like potatoes. He smells like
Uh-huh. All right, Bill, you're next. Are you ready? Satin Bloom.
That's got to be a porn star.
That is a porn
Finally,
star,
you
yes.
got one.
Finally, he's got one.
With all the porn I've
I'm
watched, you
3
think
for
I should
3.
know. No, you're not. You got that one wrong.
No, Jack. I almost said
John
Jack.
Cutesack.
I said Jack Mesack.
He hit the buzzer. Sorry, he hit the buzzer.
No, I
It's
got
wrong.
it right. I'm
All
3
right.
for 3.
All right, you each get one more, right, I think?
Nobody can beat me. They each only have one right.
Well, then, yeah, okay.
But let's each do
I'm not
one
even
more.
keeping score on this. All right, Corey, you're next?
All right.
Okay. Scarlet Flow.
Oh my God! I hope it's a candle because I want to buy it now. Scarlet Flow candle. Damn it!
Sorry, it's a porn star.
She does a very specific kind of pornography.
It's a coming of age candle.
Well, it is spelled Floe, so maybe
She
they're
only
trying
works
some.
once a month.
All right. Bill or you
Mary.
already pretty much. You want another one?
I can help.
All right. Crystal Rush.
Crystal Rush. That is a porn star.
That is a porn star, yes. Crystal Rush.
I know my candles, man.
All right, one more for you, Bill. Sweet Pea.
That is a candle.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
That's one of your favorite ones, is a pea-scented
It's
candle?
not,
is it
it's like
double
the
E?
flower, like the pea flower.
P-E-A.
Yeah.
P-E-E. All right, well, there you go. There's a porn star. Yeah.
Porn star. Or a Yankee Candle.
Oh, that's fun. All right, thanks, Gene from Parma, for the little suggestion. Let me take a break. If you want to get a text for anything, 35192 to do that. I will have tickets for you for your Cleveland Monsters. They're playing the Toronto Marlies downtown at the Romo Fijo the night after Thanksgiving. So if you want to get out of the house, away from the family for a bit, take in some hockey, we'll hook you up there. And then another keyword on the way, $1,000 for you to go fund yourself is coming up at 4:30.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
On our free